just a perfect situation.
Hello, this is Liz. Welcome to my little urban homestead. Canning beef stew. Very simple, very easy. Onions first. Everything I'm doing here is raw packing. So I've got some chopped up onion here. I'm going to put that roughly about the same amount in each jar. If I find I haven't got enough, I can always cut some more up, because we're going to the butchers and grocery shopping the other day. I've actually got a lot of the stuff in that I haven't yet preserved in one way or another. So that's all the onion I've cut up, which is 2 largish onions. Carrots. I'm going to do a layer of carrots now. I think I am going to have to cut some more up, but I'll show you with these 4 I've got here. Because that's one thing with canning, you never know if you're going to have enough. And I'm not doing it in pint jars, I'm doing it in these quart jars. So it'll be a meal for both me and Lurch. Next, let's put a layer of meat in. This is stewing beef. Some nice big chunks. And while my hand is all meatified, I'll put it in these 2 jars, because I will be doing extra potatoes and carrots for these. That's the meat. I'll now wash my hand. I haven't bothered washing the funnel because these potatoes are going in with the raw meat anyway, so it doesn't matter if we collect it on the side. But you want to fill them, no matter what size jar you're doing, whether it be a pint jar or, in my case, a quart jar. Fill them with, so that the food comes to about an inch headspace, because you're going to be topping these up with liquid. Now you can add water to them. In my case, I have made up some beef bone and vegetable broth, and it's cooled down so I could take any bits of fat that are on the top off. I haven't bothered warm it back up again, because I thought what I'm actually going to be doing, this is all cold raw stuff, So why do I want hot broth on the top of it? So I'm going to fill them up now. I'm actually going to debubble them and you'll see that there is a lot more space in them now. So I'll just carry on with these two to show you. There's a lot more space now. So I can add some more potatoes in there. Right. I'll check my headspace, which is more or less spot on with that one, and just a touch off with that one. So, oh, I've got a little bit left. So that's now right, and that's now right. We want to wipe the rims, so I've got a paper towel with white vinegar so I can wipe the rims really well. I've already debubbled. That's one done. And that's the other done. On this rare occasion, I'm going to be using metal lids. So I'll put one on there. And one on there. I want me ring. And you want it just finger tight. I have 7 jars here, 6 of which are my beef stew. The centre one, I know it's a wide mouth and it doesn't need the amount of time for processing, but I might as well put it in there because the jar was clean and ready for use and it fills my camera up. And that's just the beef, bone and vegetable broth. So it's all cold, so I'm doing the usual checks that you should do. Yes, I can see through the air vent and blow through it, and my overpressure plug is moving freely. It was oiled when I used it yesterday, just before I used it, so I'll do it after this load. Put your lid on, slightly press down and turn to lock it in place, and then turn your heat on. You don't want it a blaring back blast of heat. I have it just over medium and let it slowly come up to temperature, and when this lifts at the back I will be getting a steady stream of steam from here, and when those two things happen I will set my timer for 10 minutes to let it vent all the time. As you can see, the beef stew is still on the go and the weighted pressure gauge is jiggling nicely. It's got about 45 minutes left to go, so it's had half of its time. It's now had its time processing. I turned the heat off and let it cool down naturally. I took the weighted pressure gauge off, once I heard that every pressure plug drop, I took the weight off and just opened it slightly. It's had a few minutes like that. Still, open it completely away from yourself. You see all that steam coming up, and then just leave it like that, slightly ajar, for a few more minutes. My other can is coming up to pressure, well, up to temper. Because I have metal lids in here rather than the tatlers I'm used to, I don't have to crank it down, so I don't know why I'm putting this glove on. But it's still very hot. Still very hot. I'll put that back on and move the camera around. Right, so first beef stew out. I have had a bit of sardine, but not much. There's the second. And the third. And as you can see, they're still bubbling away, they're very hot. Put them back there. That is the broth. I'm not used to cranking down tattle lids, that it seems a bit strange to me not having to do that. But there are the jars of beef stew, and one of them's already pinged. That's one thing I don't get with tattlers. I have to wait till the following day. But you possibly see the bubbles coming out of them. There's a ping. Beef stew. That will be nice with dumplings. Bye.